This video is sponsored by Viltrox.
In this video, I'm gonna break down how some of the top YouTubers light their videos. I'm gonna show you what kind of lights they use and why they use those lights, as well as how you can do the same thing at home.
You gotta just press record.
Hey guys, my name is Nolan with Think Media. Now let's jump right into this video. So the lights that most of these YouTubers are using are these big, large, kind of UFO looking lights. Now, those are actually softboxes, and the lights behind those softboxes are called COB lights, or COB lights, which stands for chip on board. First, I'm gonna explain why these lights are so popular, and then I'm gonna show you how to set up this kind of a light. First of all, COB lights are an LED light, so they do not get very hot and they get very, very bright. So though they're much smaller, they get much brighter than something like an LED panel. So for example, this light right here is an LED panel, but a COB light is gonna get much, much brighter than something like this panel. These lights are so bright that you can use them in the day, even if there's a bunch of light in your house or in your studio, you can turn these on. It's gonna be bright enough to add in that extra light to your scene. Now these lights also have something called a Bowens mount, which allows you to adapt certain accessories to the light. And most of these YouTubers are attaching these large soft boxes, the UFO spaceship type of looking thing. Those are big, large soft boxes, which is another benefit to using this light, is that you can attach a huge softbox, which gives you a really nice light, which also allows you to light multiple people in a scene. So you can use one light and light multiple people, or a larger area than something, with a smaller softbox. Because these lights are so bright and have a very soft light, makes these so popular for YouTubers. Coming up here shortly, I'm gonna explain how to set up one of these lights using the Viltrox Ninja Weeylite 400. But first, would you like this video and then comment down below? Let me know what kind of lights are you using to light your YouTube videos in the comments down below. Now, first off, what's really cool about this light in particular is that it's bicolor. So you can have a warm light as well as a cool light, and anything in between you can use with this light. Now, most of these lights that the YouTubers are using, something like the Aperture 120D, those are only daylight, so you can't even make it warmer. So what's really cool at this price range is you're able to get anywhere in that color temperature. So I love that this light has that function. Now, right now I am using that light and I'm using it on the daylight mode. And coming up next, I am going to be using it in a dark mode, a warmer mode with that kind of lamp color that you see back here in the background. I'm going to match my light to that so you can see how that looks as well. Now, the first thing you're gonna need with this light is a stand. I recommend getting a C stand because they're so sturdy and you can use them in so many different ways. So make sure you check the description below if you wanna pick up the stand or the light or any of the other accessories that we talk about in this video. Next up, you wanna set up your softbox. By pressing out those wires, they snap into place and it's really quick. And I love this softbox with how quick it is to set up and how easy it is to tear down. After that, I'll take the light and attach it to the softbox. I like to do this before putting it onto the C stand. So once you do that, then you can put it onto your C stand. So now you got your light on your stand, it's ready to go, and you're wondering, where's the best place to put my light for the best lighting? Well, there's a few options and I'm gonna walk you through that right now. The first one is what I like to call beauty lighting. And this is when you take your light and you put it directly behind your camera. This is gonna give you a really flattering image. It's not gonna give you very many shadows. It's going to be kind of what they would call flat. There's not a lot of contrast in the lighting, but this is good if you're doing makeup tutorials or any kind of beauty videos. This is the kind of soft lighting and full kind of front on lighting that they use for these beauty videos when they don't want a lot of shadows. They don't really want it very moody. They just want very good lighting filling in every part of the face. Now we're gonna move the light just a little bit to the left, about a foot, and we kind of want it above the head, but pointing downwards. And this is gonna give you some good shadows. And so what you're seeing, actually right now, I am using what I call the YouTube lighting. So Peter McKinnon, some of these other guys are using this kind of light because it gives a good shadow onto this side and it kind of adds more depth and contrast to the lighting. If you want to get really, really moody, just keep moving your light farther away from the camera. You can see that more shadows are being added, and this might be something you'd see on a short film or something like that. But the YouTube lighting seems to be kind of in the middle of that dramatic as well as the frontal lighting. And it really depends on what kind of content you are making. So do some experimenting and find out where you think the best lighting is, and take a look on your computer and see what looks best for you. Now, what's really cool about these lights too is it comes with a remote. And using this remote, you can easily dial in your brightness. And so you can increase the brightness if you'd like. That's a bit too bright, and so I can bring it back down to wherever I'd like. You can turn it off, turn it back on, all using just the remote. And so this makes it really, really easy to set up your lighting while you're sitting in front of the camera. You can look at the monitor and go ahead and get the perfect lighting for your scene. Now, to spice things up a little bit, I've actually added another light. It's the same exact light. It's the Viltrox Ninja 400, and it is actually up here above me, and it is my backlight or my hair light. And I've set this to the warm temperature to match this lamp in the background. And you'll see this a lot on YouTubers. They like to add this key light. A lot of them don't even really add any fill light on this side. They just keep the key light here. And the second most common light that you'll see them add after that is this backlight. Now, if we wanted to shoot something at nighttime and match kind of the lights that are in the house, we can do that with this light. We can turn this to a warm light and match the color temperature of that lamp back there. Now, you're gonna see a few things happen when I do this. So let's go ahead and change this light to that color temperature. All right, so it looks like I've brought another lamp and I've just blasted my face with a lamp right here, but this is the same light. I've just changed the color temperature. So let's go ahead, and the automatic white balance is already starting to mess with some things. So let's go ahead and change the white balance. All right, so it's nighttime. There's no extra daylight coming in through the windows. I have this set to 2700 Kelvin, and it matches that lamp back there. And then I also have this backlight at the same color temperature. So this is more of a nighttime setup if you want to match your lights to your lamps. With this light, you can do that, and that is what I love about these lights. I actually just made a video talking about color temperature and which one you should be using, as well as how to use these colored lights to get a warm nighttime type of look, making it look all cinematic and super cool. So if you want to check out that video, you can click on the screen right now, and I'll see you guys in the next video.